All right. As promised, right back at you again. Yeah, I had to make a move. I thought I was gonna be able to do at least 15 minutes. Had to make a move faster than I thought. But I'm not gonna go through the whole thing all over again. Part 1 I already introduced. So, but see, there's a lot of slow people. So I'm going to, even for part 2, we're going to do a disclaimer. The views expressed on Operation Exodus Mississippi is not necessarily those of Operation Exodus Mississippi. So it's a disclaimer. Right now, I'm expressing my own opinion, and I am representing what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Operation Exodus Mississippi has nothing to do with religion, has nothing to do with my opinion. The only thing Operation Exodus Mississippi is inspiring the people, our people, the descendants of slaves born in America, the residents of that state, use your vote, take control of the political system so it can benefit all of us in this country and create what we call a sanctuary city. Well, actually, sanctuary state for us. To do something on a level that all of us can be proud of, that all of us can say we did. Not Brother Taalik, not Sister Ingrid. Matter of fact, shouts out to Sister Ingrid. Shouts out to Brother Assistant Minister Taalik. Shouts out to those who support the Reality's Temple on Earth and this concept, what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi. Get that pride, get some power under your belt so we can go on to do greater things. Take control of Alabama, Georgia. I mean, the sky's the limit. International trade, oh man, it's a wonderful. And the only one who gets credit, you can give credit to God, but above all, give credit to yourself. I only want to spend maybe 10 minutes. This is a very short. I love y'all when y'all come, and for some reason you're able to join me on this, on these lives, spontaneous lives. A lot of time I think I'm gonna be by myself, but somebody's always in the chat room. Somebody's always watching. That's a great thing. I really appreciate it. Now, the topic that we chosen for a few minutes, because Arsenio Hall used to say on his show way back in the day, he used to say something called things that make you say, Because I heard through the grapevine, I don't like to speak in ignorance. I really don't like to talk about things I don't know nothing about. Because quite frankly, to be honest, I don't know a lot about what y'all call Pan-Africanism. I admit it, I'm ignorant, I do not know. So, I am learning about this Pan-African thing through the examples of people who claim to be Pan-Africans. And the people so far that I've experienced to be Pan-Africans, and I know all of you people, all you brothers and sisters who claim to be Pan-Africans, I know you're not like this, but you're supposed to lead by example. And the Pan-Africans that I've associated with, that I've interacted with, they are dishonest. They support dishonesty. They violent. They talk about they love you and they want to beat you up if you don't believe what they're talking about. I mean, they just all I mean, so I'm wondering, is Pan-Africanism, what is that really? Because it sounds like, it's sort of like a cult to me, some type of belief system. Now, this is what I know about Pan-Africanism, or Pan-African. You know, you got somebody like Umar Johnson, take all this money from people, and don't give you nothing in return. That's acceptable by Pan-Africans. What? See, look, to my knowledge, I am told that Marcus Garvey is the father of Pan-Africanism. Pan-Afrikanism, okay? Now, if that's true, I'm looking at, and I've studied Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and on some of my older videos, I used to have Marcus Garvey in my background. And y'all know I come from the Nation of Islam. I didn't even have the Nation of Islam people. I didn't have Elijah Muhammad or nobody in my background, but I would have a picture. I would have a, well, how you doing there, African guy? It's an African guy, Pan-African in my chat room. How you doing? Black Power family. He's one of the ones that I've interacted with. Get very angry and upset when you don't agree with what they're talking about because they have all the information. They are so smart. Well, let me see. Do they really represent Marcus Garvey? Now, according to the knowledge that I know of, I never heard Marcus Garvey. Now, Marcus Garvey was a Christian, right? And just recently I learned about this because I didn't really know a lot about Marcus Garvey. But whenever you hear Marcus Garvey talk, you never heard him try to push Christianity on nobody. Am I right or wrong? I'm ignorant, y'all. Y'all can teach me something about this because I told you I really don't know. Marcus Garvey did not try to force Christianity on his people in the organization or outside of the organization. I don't remember Marcus Garvey giving a lecture talk about Jesus gonna fix it. I don't remember that. Also, I never heard Marcus Garvey reject certain parts of our people because of sexual orientation, because of their economic status or like that. In fact, I heard that the UNIA was actually different organizations blended into one. See, that's unity. Everybody's able to compromise their positions for the benefit of the whole. Now, if I'm wrong, if that's not how Marcus Garvey set up the UNIA, please let me know. So, Marcus Garvey did not try to force his religion, his religious beliefs, on any type of morality on nobody. I did not hear, I did not see that in Marcus Garvey. And he did not reject his people. I do not remember Marcus Garvey saying that, well, if you are homosexual, you cannot enjoy freedom, justice, and equality. I don't remember that coming from Marcus Garvey. So if Marcus Garvey is the father of Pan-Africanism or Pan-Africa, this concept, which simply is the unification of dark-skinned people and those on the continent, where is all this coming from? Why is there a certain mentality of people that claim to be Pan-Africans who are trying to push their morality on us as a people, who actually are divisive because they're telling you, well, if you drink and smoke, you can't be a Pan-African. If you're a homosexual, you can't be they talk about detrimental behaviors, but when it comes to their detrimental behaviors, that's not included. So you cannot, if you're not including your detrimental behaviors, then you do not represent freedom, justice, and equality. You're not looking out for the people at all, especially when our people have been in a puddle of mud in a septic tank for over 400 years. Nobody is perfect. You will never hear me make mockery, degrade, and make you think that I'm better than you because I'm so holy and righteous. These Pan-African folks have a self-righteous, judgmental behavior. I do not get that type of vibe from the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. I don't get that type of vibe. I never heard. I guess this brother, this Pan-African is still in the chat room. This Pan-African, this brother, was on a video a couple of days ago and said, because I don't agree with what he's talking about, I refuse to be an African or whatever. He said that he would beat me up. He said not only would he beat old people up, he would beat women up too. I don't remember that kind of rhetoric, that type of talk coming from Marcus Garvey. That didn't come from Marcus Garvey. Where is this coming from? So these people are using Marcus Garvey to shield their dirty religion, their own personal wants and desires that did not come from Marcus Garvey, because Marcus Garvey did not push his morality on the people. He did not talk about, well, if you don't believe what we're talking about, we're going to go around beating people up. Now, see, that's the difference between the UNIA and the Nation of Islam, because the Nation of Islam actually did go around beating people up, will actually murder you. The most famous being Malcolm X. That's what the Nation of Islam done. You cannot charge the UNIA because you disagree with what they're talking about, or you disrespected Marcus Garvey. I don't remember nobody being murdered and killed because you disrespected Marcus Garvey. Now, the brothers and sisters, no doubt, they defended their leader, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, if you try to cause him physical harm. But I have no record. Nobody has told me, shown me information where if you was a part of the UNIA, where they would go out and actually terrorize brothers and sisters because they disagree with Marcus Garvey or whatever. But you have these Pan-African. Where you go, man? Are you still in the chat room? Where you go? He disappeared. I don't know where he at. Because he need to keep talking. You need to keep talking. And show your true colors. Oh, there you go. Yeah. He said, my videos are very redundant. Yes, my videos are very redundant. Because clearly, if you suffer a low IQ, you're not getting it. But then, too, you're a woman beater. You beat up senior citizens, old people. Who cares about your opinion? But at the same time, you're gonna turn around and tell me you so big and bad, you're gonna tell me about I need to pay my taxes. Here you are, you so big and bad, you can beat up women, you can beat up old men, but you're scared of the government. Here I am, I'm telling you, I might pay taxes and I might not. You're going to tell me I better pay my taxes. And who knows what else is in your closet? You demon, you fake, you fraud. You bring shame to Marcus Garvey. You bring shame to the UNIA. You bring shame to those who say that they are Pan-Africans. You love somebody 1 minute. And if you want me to, I'll go find it where you gave me praise. Then because somebody won't do what you want them to do, then you turn around and try to demonize and make mockery and degrade. You are a fake. You are a fake. And see, you don't have no argument. You don't have no argument, so now you want to take personal shots. That's all y'all can do. Keep taking personal shots. It don't hurt me at all. It don't hurt me at all, bro. You can keep taking personal shots. Because I'm not ashamed. Because if you keep going and doing what you're doing, you're going to end up in the crazy house and probably in jail, and we're going to see how you do. We're going to see if you keep running your big mouth. I've been there. I know I can survive. I know I can do my thizzle. And why you keep talking about these homosexuals, Pan-African guy? Probably because you are homosexual. The reason why you don't want to live around homosexuals is because somebody might catch you going out the back door. Because somebody being in your back door. Yeah. You are ashamed. You bring shame to Marcus Garvey. You bring shame to those who are in liberation. Because those who really love their people, love their people. You don't love nobody except yourself. Fake. These frauds. You don't even have enough mind to create your own philosophy. You got to piggyback off Marcus Garvey. and make him look bad. Well, since I know Marcus Garvey a little bit, and I also do know people who are Pan-Africans, they're not fake like you. They're not a fraud like you. They're not self-righteous like you. Talking about I'm redundant. I'm redundant, but you repeating crap that they've been talking about since the time of Marcus Garvey. And you have not done nothing. You have done absolutely nothing in your life except run your mouth. That's all you've done. I've been active in this struggle since I was a child, introduced to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad when I was a little boy. I was in the segregated South. It was mandatory to stand up for the flag. Out of everybody in the school, I'm the only one that sat down. I said I refuse to stand up and give allegiance to a country that has done my people the way it has done as a child. Then I joined the Nation of Islam for 9 years. What have you done? And I've done more than that. I fought, when I was in the crazy house, I fought for people's rights. What have you done? Nothing. I actually filed paperwork and got people free from jail. What have you done? You've done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Except run your mouth. So other people that's impressed by those who run their mouth, I'm an integrationist. Didn't you hear me say that dark-skinned people range from the light all the way to the very dark? Yes, I'm an integrationist. Because black people are those of the rainbow, from the very light to the very dark. But I'm no longer going to give, you can write all that you want to, it means nothing, because you have nothing on your resume. The only thing you can do is try to take personal shots, and you can't do nothing to me. You can't deal with the information. You can't deal with the fact of somebody showing you the man in the mirror. You a poor, pathetic excuse to be a Pan-African. What you want to be is a slave master. That's what you want to be. You want to tell people what to do, when to wake up, when to go to sleep, what to eat, how to think. You want to be like your slave master, just like the racist pink guy. That's all you want to be. So is Pan-Africanism, is it a form of slavery? No. According to the actions of the Honorable Mosiah Garvey, that's not what he advocated. According to his actions, he loved us as a people. But then you have these frauds like this guy that don't even really have no melanin in his skin. He's a black man talking all that melanated black stuff, but he don't have no melanin in his skin. He looks like a light-skinned white guy. He don't look black to me. I'm coming from a self-righteous, judgmental place also. You look like a white guy to me. Try pretending you black. Where your melanin, sir? I'm redundant. I got melanin. Where's your melanin? You claim to be from Angola. Your people from Angola, right? Yeah, you look like somebody, you look like somebody from Angola after it was colonized by the peckerwood. And that's what's running through your veins. Yeah, you African. You're an African white man. Where your melanin, sir? You say I sleep with white women. See, he don't even have no proof. Now look, I'm gonna bring this to conclusion, and I'm gonna be outed 5,000. This man in my chat room, this claiming to be a Pan-African, he's a very intelligent guy. If he really got something on you, he knows how to do his research, and he does screen shares, and he really, I mean, he's good at that. I like to, he made a video about my friend Alquan. Hey, what's up, Alquan? Alquan don't like me either. Hey, Alquan, what's up? He did a very good video on Alquan and used Alquan's words, you know, to make his point. So He needs to do the same thing with me. Go through my video library, show how I sleep with women, show how I'm an integrationist, show all these different things. And what can I do? I mean, if you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. I mean, wow, I can accept it. I'm not like Alquan. I mean, when you show me what I said out of my mouth, what can I say? Like, wow, you know something, you got me, bud. You got me. But you're not gonna do that because that's not what I'm about. You're angry because I'm not going to be your slave. I'm not going to join your plantation. I'm not going to do that. No, sir. So Marcus Garvey does not represent a form of slavery, to my knowledge. I don't think so. But you have these guys who claim to be followers of Marcus Garvey. They want you to be a slave on their plantation. They want to tell you how to think. They want to control your life. You did not give me life. You don't feed me, you don't pay my bills, you don't do a damn thing for me. You have not given me one dime. So I don't owe you nothing. You don't tell me how to live my life. I did not come out of your womb. I'm never going to ask you, look, this is your life. Don't let nobody tell you what you should and should not do with your life. This is your life. Live it the way you feel. Look, I'm not going to tell you to be a crackhead. I don't suggest that or nothing. The Honorable Mosiah Garvey, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Until I know different, I will talk about him. You can't tell me that you are the one. You are making Marcus Garvey look real bad. You and Umar Johnson, because you have no character. You're not honest. You're not honest. You have no character. You're childish. That's why y'all like Umar Johnson, because you childish just like Umar Johnson. You're infantile and you're immature. That's sad. You give the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey a bad name. You give Pan-Africans a bad name. I know Pan-Africans. I've been around them probably before you was even born. And you are not, sir, a Pan-African. I don't know what you are, but you're not a Pan-African. You have no idea what that is. That's why you don't belong to a group. What group do you belong to? Because see, if you belong to a group, your group will put you in check with that crap that you're talking. I really don't believe that Maurice Muhammad is in the Nation of Islam, because they would have put him in check. That's the wrong behavior for a Muslim. You're making Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam look really, really bad with all your calling everybody the N-word and your nasty, nasty attitude. What you say, you belong to the red, black, and green nation? What nation is that? What group is that? Who's the leader? What nation is that? What you talking about? See, look, this man belongs to a group that don't even exist. Who's the leader? Who you pay your dues to? You a nation where? In America? What's your capital? Who's the government leaders? The RBG nation. In your imagination. It don't exist. And you want me to get on your slave plantation? You don't even have a plantation to put me on. You're not no leader. You're an exploiter. You want to be a slave master. Leading people to where? Leading people to where? Going where? You have people, 5,000 people on their way trying to get to America right now. You keep talking all this African stuff. Pack your bags up, sir. Get your children and your wife and the children and cousins, whoever want to go with you. Umar Johnson should lead the way and go to Africa. And go to Africa. Yes, Maurice is the leader of the fake Mississippi campaign. You're right. Thank you for acknowledging that. Yes. Go to Africa, sir. You have no intent to go to Africa. You speak no African language. You eat no African food. You don't do nothing in Africa. You a Negro, just like anybody else on the street. Can't tell the difference between you and nobody else. What kind of African are you? See, frauds, fake frauds, these old hypocrites. And you want to say, you beat me up. Well, sir, like I said, wow. Sorry about that telephone ringing or whatever. But anyway, I'm really done. As y'all can, if anybody's in the chat room, you can see these really pathetic attempts to try to, I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know. But I'm really done. I just want to make a distinction. There are people who claim to be Christians. They do not represent the church. There are people who are Muslims. They do not represent Islam. They claim these titles. There are people who represent Pan-Africanism. There's people that represent all these things, and they do it in a very poor manner, and they make Christianity look bad. They make Islam look bad. They make Pan-Africanism look bad. They make all these things look bad because these people have no integrity. They're not real at all. They live in their own fictional world. This man talking about, I'm part of the RBG nation. There is no nation, brothers and sisters. Let me do a Google search. Let's do a Google search, RBG nation. Where is this